Hi guys, it's Lance Bowen again, and as promised, I did say that I would upload a little bit more card stuff. We'll start with a 4-ace control or a 4-card control. I'll use the 4 aces just to demonstrate it. And by the way, if you remember, I only ever use a standard deck. I never ever use gimmick cards because obviously when people say, "Can I take a look at those cards?" If I say no, the first thing they say is, "Got ya." So I never give them that chance. I happily hand them the deck and leave them run through the entire deck. That's when the real surprise kicks in for them, when they realise you're using a proper deck. So obviously learning all the sleight of hand, and it's taken me 2 decades to this far to learn what I know so far. So this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an ace and place it in. I'm going to drop a few cards, take another one and drop it in. The next one goes in, and of course the next one. Now you can see that they really are widely separated throughout that deck, guys. I don't switch cards out as in some card routines. I'll actually fan them out for you to see that they really are in there. In order to control them, you first have to push them back into the deck. You can then cut the deck and then shuffle them. By the way, if I wanted to, I could actually do this with one shuffle. I'm not going to do it now, because I want to show you what can be achieved basically with a simple table riffle shuffle. You can square them all in. It doesn't matter if you look untidy, because of course most people don't shuffle cards like magicians and they don't look as fancy as ours. But of course, once it's complete, the one thing you should always say to somebody is never ever cheat at the card table, simply because you never know if the guy sitting opposite you is the finest card cheat you have ever met. And that's just a simple 4-card control, guys. I like to use the aces when I do it, but you can use 4 selected cards and control them back to the top and reveal them in any manner you wish. But that's not really what I want to show you. I actually want to show you this little routine here, shown to me by a very good friend of mine, a superb close-up magician, multi-award winning, a guy called James Piper. He gave me this first half, and the second half, I believe Dave Forrest gave to me while we were having a chat in Cardiff Magic Society's lecture many years ago. So I'd like to accredit those two for this effect. But it goes something like this. You say to a spectator, what I'll do is I'll riffle through the deck something like this. When you get the urge, please just call stop. I will try to stop at that point. As they call stop, you stop. You say, would you like to change your mind? And believe it or not, many do. So I continue until they say stop again. I say, do me a favor and just remember that card. Do not take your eyes off that card, because he stays exactly where he is. I'll then take those out and leave that card wherever he is in there. Not only that, I will actually give the deck a cut. I will then take 2 black aces, place them on top of the deck, and then cut those into the deck. Something like that. Now, I don't know, because the deck has been cut a few times, whether or not the card has already gone by. There's the aces, I'm looking at them. But hopefully by the time we get to the end of the deck, you should have seen your card go by. Now, that's the end of the deck. I hope you've seen it go by, guys. I'll actually give the cards a shuffle. Now, you have to remember at this point that no card has been selected. It hasn't been taken out of the deck. Therefore, it has never been returned to the deck. So, sleight of hand is now out of your hands, simply because they're simply thinking of a card. They haven't taken it out. You haven't been able to control it. You left it where it was. You've cut the deck a few times. You've now placed aces in there. You cut those in and you shuffle them. And yet somehow, once you've done that, the aces seem to track just one card and one card only. And I believe you must have selected the 5 of spades. So you say to them, how weird would it be if I was to take your 5 of spades and simply cut him through the deck, something like this. Now, of course, if I've cheated, trust me, I can, it would be there. If I'd cheated, it would be there. I think it's fair to say that seems it's not here and it's not there. I haven't cheated yet, but I'm about to. Because I'm now going to take the 2 red aces. I'm going to take the diamond and the heart. You always have to remember that the heart must go on the bottom. That way, when you square them up and riffle the deck, they will trap one single card between them. And by a single card between them, guys, I do mean we have an ace, we have a card, and we have another ace. You say to them one more time, what was the name of your card? They would say the 5 of spades. You say, that's right, it's the card between the 2 aces. You then ask them to cut the deck. It doesn't matter where they cut. You say it's your choice. Would you like your 5 here or would you like it there? It really is your choice. If they say here, you say fine. I'll actually place your 5 just here. You place him on there. You leave him sticking out for them to see at all times. You take the aces, you place them on top of this pile. You take all of the cards, you place them together and you square them in. It's then and only then you take the 5, you square it in, you riffle the deck and you say, believe it or not, the aces are truly magic, because that's your card. And by the way, guys, in case you're wondering, there really is only one 5 of diamonds in that deck. As I said, I use nothing less than standard cards. Hope you enjoy watching, guys. Please feel free to comment, and as I've said before in the other post, good comments, bad comments, please leave them all. Thank you very much. Bye bye now.